What is up, guys? Welcome back to Apocaflix Movies. Again, I am Jake Berlin, and I am joined again by Jacob Bartley and Brian Avellino. And as our previous videos have been saying and titled, we are covering the Marvel panel that was revealed this last weekend, and we are basically putting one video to one project, and this video is dedicated to WandaVision, the Disney Plus series that will be starring Scarlet Witch and Vision. And this series officially has been announced to come out spring of 2021. And so this will be the first TV series of that year, the second overall project of that year. A little background on it. Not a whole lot was revealed, but Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany were brought on stage. The biggest reveal at the moment was that Tiona Paris was brought on stage as Monica Rambeau, which is the daughter of, I forget her first name, in Captain Marvel. It starts with an M as well. It's not Monica.
Maria
Rambeau.
Yeah.
Brie Larson's
best friend.
Cara Danvers' best friend in the film. Her daughter, her younger daughter in the movie, has grown up and will be in WandaVision, which is a cool connection. And for those of you who don't know, a little comic reference, she becomes the character known as Photon, I believe, and that was her mother's call sign in the Air Force, which is another cool connection. And so those three were brought on stage together. Nothing really dived into details. They didn't really reveal anything as far as how Vision is alive, or maybe he's not alive.
It does answer.
Well, Paul Bettany said he doesn't even know if his character.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, exactly.
So it does kind of answer where it might take place because of that girl growing up. Mm-hmm. So it's probably just modern day.
Yeah, more than likely.
I keep forgetting that Captain Marvel was 1992 or 95 in the film.
And Brian and I were talking about it. We talked about it, and more than likely is maybe Scarlet Witch has created a dimension with Vision, or she's seeing visions of him, or something along that lines. I don't know how you
visions of Vision.
Seeing visions of Vision. I don't know how you reference it.
I wouldn't be surprised if she finds a way with her powers
to bring it back.
Brian finds a way to bring him back.
Possibly.
Well, we know that she, especially in the comic books, can create ultimate or alternate dimensions and whatever. I think I think Vision's dead. He's done, and I think she is going to tap into her powers and create this world, because they said we've heard rumors said it looks like it's set in the 50s or 60s, which would be weird, and she's living in a a family type thing.
How does Rambeau fit into it?
That's the big question. That's the big question. It's obviously
that is such a softball too. Where did
That's cool. And we talked about her growing up, and
we talked about her
around
pre-Captain Marvel. Yeah, for sure.
If I was to expect someone to get pulled from any of the movies we've seen, Captain Marvel would have probably been my last choice to be in a Scarlet Witch and Vision one. So
it's so random. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed it. No,
I have no clue what she's gonna be. Her purpose in it is.
There's nothing to base it on, really.
She could be
but I'm just curious, the biggest thing is how they bring in Vision back. Ever since they announced that show, we knew they were bringing him back.
Well, and they teased in Infinity War that he could live without the stone. And we could very well see that. There's a possibility where this show possibly does that. That maybe, and we heard with this show that it ties into Doctor Strange too, and maybe Doctor Strange finds a way to help that, to bring Vision back or something along that lines. The Photon thing with Monica Rambeau is very interesting to see how that happens. Is she a superhero? Is she just a character that maybe Scarlet Witch's powers hit her and she gets powers somehow?
It's possible.
Which she could become Photon. It's interesting. This whole panel, a lot more new characters were announced than new projects. New characters were plastered everywhere. Teases for all of these, Kate Bishop, Photon, the Eternals. Every movie had something that was new, and it's such a big, vast universe now. It's wild.
It's this one. I feel like this one
has the worst name.
Yes, but yeah,
But I think this one is going to tie heavily into the Doctor Strange movie.
Well, they already said that it's basically an introduction, a prologue to it.
I personally,
that's so cool.
My guess, I think she might open up the multiverse hence why she will be in Doctor Strange 2.
Now that you said this, my peak is interested. What if Nick Fury or Talos knew of this and he knows that Doctor Strange is already in the multiverse, and that's the events with Scarlet Witch are happening during Far From Home?
Could be. I've said the whole time.
What did they say when he said Doctor Strange not available?
He said no. They said oh no, it was not available, and they said something else for Captain Marvel, or don't evoke her name or something.
Exactly.
But, they said not available.
Mm-hmm. Thor off Earth.
Yeah.
Off world.
Doctor Strange not available.
Yep.
So he totally could be. And
the timeline could be right there.
I love this because I know she's not a sorcerer, but her powers are...
They play like a sorcerer.
Similar, and in the comics, not in all the comics, but in some iterations of the comics, he has like a team of sorcerers, and she's on his team of sorcerers.
I think
is crazy.
I personally, and I've been saying this for a while, I think a lot of this phase is going to be used for them to catch up in the timeline. Because they're, 4 years ahead of us real time right now?
Catch up?
No,
so by the
eventually, right? Or
the movies will be in real time. Like Spider-Man 3 will be
because if you think about it, Black Widow's a prequel.
Yeah.
Eternals, you don't know when that could be set. That could be set anywhere. Falcon and Winter Soldier would be one that's probably going to be right after Endgame. Shang-Chi, you could go anywhere. Who knows how long he's been doing stuff. This could, if she's made this timeline or made this multiverse or whatever, you never know.
You know what could be interesting, and I just thought about this. It could be like an Interstellar effect. What if we get to Doctor Strange 2 or let's say WandaVision and they go in the multiverse in times different there, and then like what if they come back or like go forward more, compared to our world from the multiverse? Like they could play with time even more rather than catching up. Like they could go something completely wacky with going forward or backwards, compared to how that time works in that world or universe. One more thing, to kind of play off, and we can talk about this, but Elizabeth Olsen did say, or maybe it was Kevin Feige, that the show is going to make sure that fans know it's going to show why she is called Scarlet Witch, which may
that was Elizabeth Olsen.
Which may turn to the fact that what Brian's been saying, like maybe it's a turn on bad, a turn on evil, because they don't call her Scarlet Witch, and they've never called her Scarlet Witch once. And the show is going to reveal why we know her, and which has always been referred to as a bad term, and so it could very well be turning. Maybe that's what Doctor Strange 2 deals with.
They just call her Wanda.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah,
the Scarlet could come from her powers and the fact that she invokes.
The red and everything.
Yeah, we'll talk about this more on the Doctor Strange video, but I kind of wanted them to be teaming up in that movie.
Well, we don't know what they're doing.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Just talking about her being a villain.
She's the co-lead.
It could be a both and. She could be team up.
It could be him bringing her back to the good.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe them fighting someone else at the very end.
Okay. Do you think Vision is going to be alive in this?
I'm split. I'm really 50-50.
What about you?
Yes, because it's called WandaVision. So
you think he's going to be 100% revived from Infinity War and
I don't think he's going to be not necessarily in the current main timeline, but I think he'll be like I want to say flesh and blood, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He'll be physically alive.
Okay. I think he's dead and is going to be like a imagination type thing. Like she's going to manifest.
Like creating vision is to see vision.
Yeah, exactly. So
I hate to keep using the pun, but it makes the most sense.
Funny. You were the one that said it.
It just makes sense.
She keeps going to this world in her head, and she thinks it's not real. But then doing so, she creates the multiverse,
and she ends up in the 50s, or she ends up in the 30s, or the 2030s.
And she's
or
actually visiting some vision from an alternate universe.
Uh-huh.
That's what it's going to be. It's going to be vision from a
comic.
multiverse. Is what it's going to be probably.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not Vision. Maybe it's actually Paul Bettany, like they were in Civil War, because he did show himself. So
that's true.
All right, well there it is, guys. Our conversation on WandaVision. I think out of all the project, this is probably the one that we're most confused about at the moment.
Well, they kept saying this one's crazy.
Yeah, it's very Doctor Strange-esque, where it's like, whoa.
I was always I like those characters, but why are they doing this show? But now the tie into Doctor Strange, it makes total sense.
So we're all
Makes
excited
total
about this
sense.
one.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, there it is. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment. As always, for Brian, Jacob, myself, thank you for joining us on this episode. Make sure you check out the rest of those, as well as our comic book show, which we'll be releasing at the end of the week. Again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you guys next time.
Hey everyone, Jacob Bartley here. Thanks for watching. If you want to check out something similar from Apocaflix movies, click this video up here. You want something a little bit different? Check out this video down here. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to Apocaflix movies and let us know your thoughts in the comments section. We always love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.